So Zion Williamson is really better than LeBron. Jason Tatum is a top 10 player. And so is Donovan Mitchell. Like, for real, man. Ryan Hollins said this, and it's got to be true since he played in the NBA, right? Bro, literally over the last few days, former NBA players have myth-busted the entire idea that just because you played in the NBA, it means that you can evaluate talent and that you know more about the game than regular people. Like, bruh, Stephon Marbury, Starberry. This man literally said that Zion is already better than LeBron and is going to be better than Michael freaking Jordan. Now, granted, I do understand why Ryan Hollins put out that garbage list because, of course, he works for ESPN. And every single year, they say something stupid just for the clicks and the giggles. But let's really take a deep dive into this top 10. Let's get it. Alright guys, so you guys already know that I normally do not make videos kind of like this, but I'm pretty much going to be reacting to this list. Of course, I had to throw in the whole thing about Zion being better than LeBron. Of course, nobody with a brain actually thinks that, but I just want to go ahead and break down this list. Now, if you guys enjoy videos like this where I'm talking about some of the most unpopular or just horrible opinions on NBA Twitter or on Reddit or just in the NBA media in general, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to go ahead and like up this video and of course subscribe. Tomorrow we're gonna be back with the rebuilds and the 76ers My League series, and we're just gonna be popping on it. We're just gonna be grinding on 2K. But while you guys are here, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my second channel in the description below. I have a plan with that channel, as you guys can see from the name of it. But anyways, let's get straight into this list. ESPN. Well, actually, all these lists that I've been seeing ranking players, like I saw one from Sports Illustrated, terrible. It was, I believe it had like Kyrie Irving behind like Nikola Jokic. Look, man, it's just been bad. It's just been really, really bad. And the thing is, I think that the more that the NBA media, mainstream media, they all just do this so that they can increase engagement, because nobody in their right mind can honestly agree with most of these guys' lists. They're bad. Like, ESPN does this every single year. I mean, I believe that Kobe's like second to last season. They didn't rank this like the 60th as the 60th best player in the NBA, which was obviously ridiculous. That was probably the worst thing that I've ever seen. ESPN also last year, before Carmelo even played for the Thunder, they had it ranked like 40th, that's pretty ridiculous, because I believe that they had Lonzo Ball rated ahead of him. Yeah, of course, Melo was not that good this past season. But ESPN's lists are always generally inaccurate because they only want you to click on the article, which is why, personally, I don't mess with the NBA media, mainstream media. I think that YouTubers in general form their own opinions, and most of the time they're way more accurate, and that's not even just because it's me. Like, we have guys like Nick Wright and Skip Bayless, like, they are clearly biased towards one side, so I really don't want to hear what they have to say. They don't really come with facts. They honestly come with opinions and little things to prove their point, which is why I'm not really the biggest fan of it. But enough of me talking about this random stuff and how much I don't like the NBA media as a whole. Let's talk about Ryan Hollins' list, because most people say if you don't play the game at the high level, you got no reason to speak about it. I gotta say, even though Skip Bayless is biased, I don't think he would ever have a list as bad as this one. This is literally the worst list I have ever seen in my life. So he got Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, and Jason Tatum. First of all, I am a huge fan of Donovan Mitchell. I even think that he should have won Rookie of the Year over Ben Simmons. He's not better than Ben Simmons. And Jason Tatum, somebody who I'm also a huge fan of him too, he's not better than Ben Simmons or Donovan Mitchell. I'm just gonna keep this thing a whole buck with you. Based on what we've seen, nah, bruh. See, at this point, I think that all three of those guys have become extremely overrated. All three of them. And even I am partly responsible for it too. But all three of them, at this point, they are extremely all talented. They're all going to be great players. Future top 10 players for sure. But at this point, they are extremely overrated if Ryan Hollins think that they're this high. We also saw Jason Tatum being an 86 in the game and 87 in the game. So was Donovan Mitchell. So was Ben Simmons. I'm against that as well. I think that's way too high for all three of them. But even have them even sniffing the top 10. Hell, the top 15. Ben Simmons is probably the only one where there's an argument for being in the top 20. But as far as Tatum and Mitchell, being in the top 25 is really a stretch. So already off rip, I'm against that. But that's not even the only flaw with this list. We go through it. All right, we see Kawhi at number 7. That's kind of low. But that one is acceptable because Kawhi just came off of a 16 points per game season, playing like 9 games or how many amount of games. The team was better without him. And even me personally, I have questions about how Kawhi is going to do on the Raptors. I have questions about it because he might be a system player. That's my personal opinion. I'm waiting for him to prove me wrong. But to even have him that close to Jason Tatum is highly disrespectful. And having Joel Embiid and over him, I'm not rocking with that one either. All right, so we're going to move up the list, man. Russell Westbrook at number 5. Nah. All right, that one is... I could argue Kawhi over all the players so far, including Kawhi because he hasn't played. I can argue that, so that's fine. Kevin Durant at number 4. That is wild to me. That is actually wild. I honestly think that ever since Durant moving to the Warriors, people just don't think he's good anymore. Like, bruh, let me tell you something. And this is from any kind of statistical metric, how you guys want to put it. This is not even like, I guess it's kind of an opinion, but by any facet of the game, Kevin Durant, there is an argument that he is the best player in the world. He's nowhere near number 4. You can argue him or LeBron for being number 1 if you're completely looking at this thing unbiasedly, to where Kevin Durant could be argued as the best player, and it's not totally that crazy. I still think that LeBron's better than him, but Kevin Durant is a 1B to LeBron's 1A. That's how it should always be. James Harden for sure, and this is from somebody from Houston. James Harden is he's not better than Kevin Durant at all. And Stephen Curry could easily fit in at slot number 3. I'm cool with that. But to have him at number 2, when Durant's been winning the finals MVPs, and let's be honest, Stephen Curry's team was never going to beat a healthy LeBron team. It was never really going to happen other than whenever they blew that 3-1 lead. It was never going to happen just off the matchups. But, yo, I'm done with Ryan Holland's list because him and Stephon Marbury have said that NBA players, just because you play does not mean that you know talent and does not mean that you know what you're talking about basketball. And Ryan Hollins, he's never been that credible in the first place. So let's move on to him because some of these other ESPN analysts, honestly, none of them were this bad, but they were all bad. Like no one else, to my knowledge, or had Ben Simmons, Mitchell, and Tatum in that top 10. So Ryan Hollins, you have the worst list out of your colleagues. That's tough. All right, next up we have Andy Bailey from lineups.com. This man has... he as well. All right, so this list is a little bit better. But I'm gonna keep this thing a whole G with y'all. Are we really gonna put, all right, arguing Chris Paul over Russell Westbrook? I wouldn't do it. I could understand why somebody would, just because Chris Paul has a superior IQ. He's a better passer. Chris Paul's playing, especially with James Harden, showed that it actually works. To Russell's just natural talent, unstable, like I get all that, but even then, but even then, that's just a slide. I think that Chris Paul is still top 15. I can argue that, but having Nikola Jokic above Chris Paul and above Russell Westbrook, highly questionable. Honestly, that's a pretty garbage take. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, where is all this Nikola Jokic love coming from? Because I used to say that he was extremely underrated, but now people are putting him above Towns and now above Russell Westbrook. Look, there was a word that I used earlier. I just feel like his standards are some come at me, but you guys know which word I'm thinking of. But I don't think that he's a top 3 center at all. I think Joel Embiid is better than him. Obviously, DeMarcus Cousins is, and I would still take Towns over him any day of the week. Like, people's only argument is that he's a better passer. Last time I checked, being a center and passing don't really matter, to be real with you. But let's move on with the list, man. I'm cool with having Giannis there. Like I said, Kawhi is injured. I'm fine with that. Anthony Davis, James Harden, and Anthony Davis. I understand that because James Harden is the MVP. He's finished in the races twice. How could Davis really be argued as being better than him? Is fine. That's cool. Once again, this Stephen Curry being better than Kevin Durant thing, I'm not rolling with it. But hey man, this list is still 12 times better than Ryan Hollins, and it's not even close. All right, so next up we got Tim Cato from The Athletic, and his top 10. Look, man, look, him and Ryan Hollins are low-key on the same level, but Ryan Hollins is just slightly worse. This man has, once again, once again, who on earth is putting Al Horford in the top 10? Like, bro, mans has Al Horford in the top 10. Al freaking Horford in the top 10. Yo, is he even top 25? Is he even top 30? Like, all right. Obviously, Al is top 30. I'm just saying, the casuals wouldn't even have him in the top 30. So Al Horford off the back is already horrendous, because you guys are already saying that. You guys are gonna sit down and tell me that Al Horford, Victor Oladipo, and Damian Lillard are all better than Kawhi Leonard, are all better than Russell Westbrook. God. That's what you guys are really rolling with. All right, we already know those. All right, 10 through 8 are just terrible picks. But even going through it, they as well think that Stephen Curry is the second best player in the NBA. They have Anthony Davis above Kevin Durant, which I think is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I wouldn't even really put Davis above James Harden, because Anthony Davis he's made the playoffs twice. Like, he's only made the playoffs twice. Harden is an MVP, and he took the Warriors 7 games, and somehow he's 5th. Kevin Durant is 4th. Wow. You know what? It's fine, bro. It's fine. We are done with this video, man. Let me know what you guys think about all those lists in the comment section below. This is pretty much a reaction video, me talking about all these lists. Now I disagree with all of the lists, ranking the NBA players. Some people, I don't know, they have a bias, and I feel like everybody is really going at that. I don't like Kevin Durant, he's weak bias in that move, and some people are just overrating a lot of these young players and a lot of these breakout players. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you guys enjoy these kind of videos and want to see more. But other than that, we're back on 2K. Make sure you go ahead and sub to the second channel. And of course, sub to this channel. And of course, follow me on Twitter at LegendaryEA. Those lists were terrible. Those were a really bad list. If you guys want to see me rank my top players, actually, I might make another one, because things have changed just a little bit. My opinion on things have changed just a little bit. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Wow. The NBA media is crazy. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.